Hello, hello, welcome to my channel. This is Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and just as I began, my cat started trying to open the door in the kitchen. So I don't know what kind of noise is going to be going on. Um, Also, my Wi-Fi is terrible, so parts might cut out. Uh, the sound and the video end up off sometimes. All kind of annoying, and I'm sorry. I can't do much about it right now. I am planning on reading a soul story tonight, so hopefully no major part of it gets cut out, because my soul stories, every part is important. So we'll see how it goes. Uh, so far, I think I've read three soul stories, three or four, and it's worked out. So fingers crossed. Get the glitches out of the way now. If you're gonna glitch Wi-Fi, do it now. Um, yes. So Soul Story. If you haven't seen any of my other ones, I write these using a tarot deck. Specifically, I use the Osho Zen tarot deck. When I first started writing these, I used this one, and it's just the one that I always go to. I like the images, and maybe someday I'll find another deck that's a good story writing deck. But for now, this is my go-to. And what I do is I pick the cards at random and write the story based on the images. And I always have the theme picked out in advance. So this story that I am reading tonight is one of the first ones that I wrote. I guess 2.5 years ago now. Yeah. Wow. So, yeah, I just feel like I want to read it because I have been talking a lot about how um, many of us are beginning these journeys, these big kind of transformative journeys, and a part of that is coming together with others and collaborating. And um, just knowing how important our tribe is, and ultimately our friends, um, who support us and help to um, what's the word, like, propel us forward, help give us that encouragement to keep moving forward, sometimes when we really don't feel feel like it. And just having that little, like, cheerleading squad is always really nice, and people who really get us. And uh, yeah. So anyway, with that, I'm just going to begin. I'm going to show the pictures. Sorry, show the cards as I read, so you have an idea of where the story came from. And here I go. I don't have to hold this one up for very long. That little friend who was immersed in darkness. I'll just hold it up anyway. Why not? Because of this, she was unable to see herself reflected back to herself. But she became aware of the beauty of the state of being. For all things were possible in the blackness, and she knew she could take any form and be loved and accepted without judgment. And then one day, a light shined down, and she saw herself reflected in another. She was overwhelmed by the beauty in front of her and understood this was also her beauty, shining from within. Stars were woven in the other's hair, just as they were in her own. And she knew they were both children of the cosmos. They shared one giant heart with wings that allowed them to take flight together. Growing around their feet were beautiful blooming roses. There were thorns that could prick and draw blood, but it was a small price to pay for the fragrance that enveloped them and drew them closer. Together, they flew into the night sky, the stars in their hair blending in with the stars all around. They danced and played, looking like shooting stars streaking across the sky. A lone figure watched from below, amazed and delighted at seeing this wondrous light show. And she understood that what she was witnessing was a reflection of herself, that she too was a sparkling star dancing in the cosmos. With that understanding came the certainty that the form she had chosen out of the blackness of possibility was perfect in its uniqueness and loved and accepted by the whole of the universe. The moral of the story is this: within the enveloping darkness lies the possibility of love and connection with others, with the universe itself. Through seeing the perfection in our uniqueness, we reflect the beauty that is all around us and are free to dance and play like shooting stars streaking across the sky. And that is my story. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this with me. And I just want to say real quick that I write these for myself initially, and so they're very female centric. However, if you do not identify as female, you can just replace the pronouns with what you do identify as, because these stories are meant for anybody. And really, it's not about sort of the gender that we associate with. It's more about the energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy within us, regardless of what our body looks like. So I suppose in that sense, you could say that my stories tend to speak to the emotional, to the feminine side of ourselves, whether we are male or female. And maybe sometime I'll write a story for the masculine side of us and kind of balance that out a little bit. Hadn't really thought about that before, but yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much again, and I will see you on the next soul story. Mwah. Bye.